Ngày 10 tháng 2 á con. Ngày 10 dương lịch. Rồi làm bên đây trước nha. Con nghiêng qua đây. Sáng cố gắngให้cô lấy cho sạch nhá. Chỗ nào mà con cảm thấy không thoải mái con cứ nói cô biết ha. Mụn của cháu nó bị mọc san sát vào nhau á chị à. Cho nên nó bị viêm hết trơn rồi đây.
Mụn viêm là nó chỉ bị từ Tết đến giờ nó lên nhiều vậy hả?
Mụn viêm. Thì mụn ẩn này nó để lâu nó hình thành mụn viêm đó chị. Ăn đồ nóng rồi thức khuya xong rồi nó đẩy lên thành mụn viêm hết đây. Chứ đâu phải khi không mà nó viêm chị. Là từ mụn ẩn này nè. Nó đấy có một xíu mà tí xíu da thôi đó. Nó có một xíu da ở này thôi á. Chị được mấy bé hả chị? Rồi. Nên cố gắng này còn bị viêm hết trơn rồi, không thôi nó hư da hết. Phải lấy cái không có viêm trước chứ lấy cái viêm nó bị vỡ ra. Thế nó nghiêng qua đây. Rồi cô đổi chỗ nghiêng qua đây. Ráng này con. Nằm yên nha, đừng nhúc nhích nha. Chỗ nào khó chịu thì nói cô biết. Cô đổi chỗ chứ đừng có nhúc nhích nha. Con phải cố gắng lên nắm hết mụn. Thôi cái mặt con nghiêm trọng rồi đây. Chứ ra mẹ. Rồi cố lên. Cố lên con. Cô chưa lấy mụn viêm rồi đó. Còn mụn con dài đó, cố lên. Đó, mỗi 10 phút cô cho con nghỉ một tí ha.
Lần đầu nó ấy chứ lần sau nó sẽ đỡ hơn.
Đúng rồi, mụn này quá nhiều luôn nè.
Đau.
Chán lắm. Đúng rồi, hít thở sâu vô. Rồi đổ xuống đây nha, đổ xuống đây.
Còn đau nữa.
Rồi. Khó chút. Kéo lên tí con. Mấy phút nữa cô cho nghỉ tí. Rồi lấy hết ra không thôi nó không hết được nha. Nó viêm nặng hơn nha. Vậy là mấy đứa bữa trước đi lấy mụn nhưng mà không có lấy hết đúng không chị?
Nó đau quá, lấy như được có mấy chục % rồi.
Cố gắng để đi lần khó. Một con viêm nặng rồi đây.
Với lại là rồi đó con để cho lấy ra hết thì nó đâu có ấy đâu. Giờ nó càng nhiều hơn.
Nó bị viêm lên nặng luôn rồi đây chị. Cho cô lấy nhẹ nhất có thể. Chứ mới cô lấy từ từ nhẹ nhàng tí cho con nha. Con cố gắng kiên nhẫn tí cho nó hết một mặt con bị viêm hết rồi đây. Chưa lấy mụn viêm rồi đó. Mới lấy mụn nhỏ nhỏ này thôi á. Ráng lên tí.
Trời, mụn bự quá trời.
Nè, cái nhân nè. Do cái nhân này mà nó bị viêm lên đây vậy nè. Không lấy làm sao mà nó ra, nó hết được. Đây nè.
Nó tao coi mà coi chứ mình biết con thấy nó
Rồi. Nghỉ tí nha.
On the bustling platform of Grand Central Station, a black woman was stopped by two officers who claimed she looked suspicious. What followed was far from a routine check. Little did the officers know that their assumptions were about to shatter, along with their sense of authority, when her bag revealed a CIA badge and a loaded Glock. The tables turned in an instant, but the events that led to this moment will leave you speechless. Let's start from the beginning. It was a typical evening rush at Grand Central Station. The concourse buzzed with life. As waves of commuters surged through its massive expanse, the arched ceiling above stood as a silent witness to the chaotic symphony of hurried footsteps, crackling announcements, and a hum of trains arriving and departing. The air was thick with the mingling sense of steel asphalt coffee and the faint trace of exhaust from the trains below. Among the sea of hurried travelers, Tara Jones stood out. Though she wasn't trying to, her presence was commanding. Yet understated, at 35, Tara carried herself with quiet confidence that turned heads. Her sharp black skirt and fitted blazer hinted at her professionalism, while her leather bag slung neatly over her shoulder added an edge of sophistication. Each click of her heeled boots echoed against the polished floor in perfect rhythm, as if announcing her arrival. Her natural curls framed her face, AF face softened by a hint of makeup, but sharpened by her alert and observant eyes. Tarara wasn't just walking through the crowd, she was scanning it, her gaze as sharp as a hawk's. However, not everyone saw her grace and professionalism. Two uniformed officers broke away from the stream of commuters, their eyes locking on to her officer. Riley, tall and broad-shouldered, carried himself with an air of arrogance, his badge practically screaming. Authority, his partner, Officer Grant, was younger and less certain. He seemed to follow Riley's lead, though his one's was apparent in the way he fidgeted with his duty belt, "Ma'am." Riley called out, stepping directly into Tara's path with a smug grin. His tone carried a false politeness, the kind that didn't hide his condescension. Tara paused, her brows lifting slightly. Her expression was calm but guarded. "Is there a problem, officer?" she asked, her voice ready and professional routine. "Check," Riley replied, his smirk widening. "You fit the description of someone we're looking for. Mind showing some ID?" Tara's gaze sharpened her composure. Unshaken description of what exactly she asked, her tone measured but firm. Riley leaned in slightly, his arrogance on full display. "We figure that out. Step aside," he said, motioning her toward the wall. Tersa took a deep breath, her jaw tightening without breaking eye contact. She reached into her bag and pulled out her ID. Her movements were slow and deliberate, as if weighing each action for its potential consequences. She handed the card to Riley, who snatched it without so much as a "thank you, federal employee." "Huh," Riley muttered. Tilting the ID under the light, suspicion laced his voice as he narrowed his eyes. "Mind explaining what you're doing here?" Tara folded her arms, her posture unwavering. "I'm on official business," she replied. "Is that a crime?" Grant shuffled nervously behind Riley, glancing between his partner and Tara. "Maybe we should call this in," he suggested hesitantly. "Relax," Riley snapped, waving off his partner. His focus remained fixed on Tarara. Then, with a mocking smile, he leaned closer. "What's in the bag? Got anything you want to tell us about before we take a look?" Tarara exhaled quietly through her nose, her irritation barely visible. Her voice remained calm but carried a warning. "You don't want to do that," she said evenly. Riley's smirk widened. mistaking her composure for fear. "Oh, really?" He taunted without waiting for her permission. He grabbed her bag and unzipped it. The moment his hand reached inside, his confidence shattered his fingers, hovered over a badge gleaming under the station's lights. CIA agent Tara Jones next to it rested a Glock, its matte black surface a stark reminder of who they were dealing with. Riley's face drained of color. His jaw tightened as he read the badge, and his once cocky demeanor evaporated behind him. Grant took a step back, his face pale with shock. "Ah," Riley Grant stammered, his voice shaking. Tara calmly reached forward and retrieved her bag, her movements slow and deliberate. She held Riley's gaze, her eyes cold and unrelenting. Now she said, her voice cutting through the tense silence. "Would you like to explain why you just harassed a federal agent?" Riley stammered his words, stumbling over one another. We thought you might be a threat," he muttered, avoiding. Her gaze Tarara raised an eyebrow, her tone icy. "A threat," she echoed. "You thought a woman in a skirt and heels was a threat? Or did you think you could get away with this? Because you assumed I wouldn't fight back by now?" The commotion had drawn the attention of nearby commuters. A crowd began to form, their phones raised to capture the scene. Riley glanced nervously at the growing audience, his arrogance replaced by visible panic. Tara didn't hesitate. She pulled out her phone, hit record, and held it up. "Stake your names and B badge numbers." She demanded, her voice loud and clear. Grant, sensing the gravity of the situation, quickly complied. "Officer Grant, badge number 47,800, he said, his voice subdued. Tara turned her camera to Riley, who hesitated before mumbling his name and badge number. "You like touching women's belongings during your routine. Checks officer." Riley Tara asked sarcastically, her words sharp enough to cut. "Let's see how well that excuse plays out when your superiors see this." The next morning, the video went viral, headlines blared across news outlets exposing the incident as a glaring example of racial profiling and abusive power. The NYPD announced an immediate investigation into the officer's conduct, but Tarara wasn't done using her CIA connections. She arranged a meeting with the precinct captain. Armed with evidence, she presented not only her case, but also data on other misconduct cases her agency had uncovered. "This isn't just about me," Tarara said firmly. "This is about holding people accountable." Officer Riley was swiftly suspended, and an internal investigation began. Grant, though reprimanded, reached out to Tarara privately to apologize. "I should have spoken up," he admitted, his voice filled with regret. Tara listened but remained firm. "This isn't about apologies," she told him. "It's about ensuring this doesn't happen again." In the end, Tarara returned to the station, this time boarding her train without interference. As she settled into her seat, a text from her CIA supervisor appeared on her phone. "Well done, mission accomplished." Tarara smiled, knowing she had turned a moment of injustice into a catalyst for change. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to Unfold Teas. Explained, and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.